Good morning, everyone. Nothing like getting your blood pumping with 300 of your closest friends first thing in the morning. I don't think I needed that coffee I had. So let's start with a little audience participation. It's early. By show of hands, how many people out there diligently track where you spend your money? Starbucks, grocery store, raise those hands, week in, week out basis. Okay, so some of you do, but all of those of you who did not raise your hands, you're not alone. And so why? Why is it that many Americans don't diligently track where they spend their money? The answer is, you know what? It's kind of like a rear view mirror. It's one of these, right? It looks backwards. You can see where you've been, where you've spent your money, but how many things can you do in life exclusively looking backwards? Not a whole lot. So you know what? You also need a pair of these, binoculars. So backward look and forward look together, that's what's critical, and that's what I would say describes the new QuickenOnline. So this is something you can use to look ahead, see around the next corner or possibly just over the horizon to see what's coming up in your financial life. One other fact, 70% of American households live paycheck to paycheck. So that's a big number. That's up 30 points from several years ago when the number was only 40% of American households. So these folks face an enormous challenge. Every penny counts. Right? Too much at Starbucks, too much dining out, the rent might not get paid. So they need an easy, accurate, automatic solution to help them manage their finances, often with a greater level of precision than folks who have greater means. So my name's Todd Stanley. I think I may have been introduced. I'm not sure. I'm Vice President and General Manager of the Quicken business for Intuit. And I've been with the company for about 13 years. The vast majority of that time has been spent in the tax business, where we have TurboTax, obviously. And my role in the company has in large part been around what we call customer-driven innovation. And what customer-driven innovation basically means is we take teams of people. I'm lucky enough to have the Quicken team here today. And we actually go into people's homes and businesses to watch them in their real life to understand what their problems are and how Intuit can help change their life for the better. But I have to tell you, in the Quicken business, we've been a little slow to respond to changes in customer preferences. We have 9 million households out there that use Quicken Desktop on a regular basis. But at the same time, you have all these folks with simpler financial situations that say, you know what, that's kind of my dad's product. It's a lot of work. I could never imagine using that. Two more things. We're also hearing from customers that they need an anytime, anywhere solution. And that's no surprise. People don't want to be tied to their browser. They want to feel like if they're on the go, they also have the ability to use one of these to stay on top of their finances. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, a group of people that we haven't spent a whole bunch of time focused on up until this point, and also how we can combine the browser and mobile to delight customers. So we're going to do a little demo here. Couple things. Everything we're showing here today will be available on October 30th on our website. In addition to that, you should also know that as of yesterday, QuickenOnline is completely free. So like our other businesses within Intuit, TurboTax, and also QuickBooks, they have free online offerings, and we're also doing that with Quicken. So let me tell you a little bit about one of the customers who's helped us design the new QuickenOnline. This will help you understand the journey we've been on as a team. So Mary is someone who lives in the San Jose area. She makes about $37,500 a year, and she's one of the 70% that lives paycheck to paycheck. So I'm going to tell you her reactions to what I'm showing you today to give you a feel for how customers respond to this offering. So the first thing, let's talk about the UI. Very clean, very simple. And so customers unanimously tell us less is more. And Mary specifically said, look, when I've looked at desktop personal finance software, that's way too intimidating for me. Please, please don't recreate Quicken Desktop online. And so we took that to heart. So it's very clean, very simple. The next thing I want to show you is what's left. So this is the heart and soul of the new QuickenOnline. So this is really the elephant in the room that, honestly, we've missed for a number of years and everyone else in this space has as well. When we talk to folks like Mary, she basically says, look, I want to pay my bills on time, but my number one problem is managing the cash in my checking account between now and my next paycheck. So she has $540 after accounting for must-pay bills, which Barron's going to pull down here. She has $540 of cash spending between now and payday. It's not a lot because unexpected events can happen, right? The dog can need to go to the vet, unexpected medical expenses, all those things can occur. So this was her second favorite thing in Quicken Online. So let's talk about the third. The third he's going to bring up is called our Spending Money Outlook. So this is a visual representation of the information presented on the prior screen. What you'll see is you'll see Mary's current balance of, can't tell, about $1,700 as of today. And then you'll see it steps down through each of the payments she needs to make in the coming weeks. So there's a one paycheck view and a two paycheck view. And so that way she can see different levels of detail depending on where she's at in the month. So when Mary first saw this, she basically breathed a sigh of relief and said, wow, this is what I've been trying to do in my head for a long time. I want to pay my bills on time, but it's tough. And so now she has a way where she can come to a single place to see where she stands. I don't have to go to my bank website a couple times a day, I think is exactly what she said. So we've taken her from a space where she's worried to a place where she's confident and she feels like she's in control and she's not wondering if she's spending money she honestly doesn't have. So the last thing that Mary really loved about the new Quicken Online is the mobile component. And so Barron's moused over her last payment before payday. And this is the tough one for people in this situation. That's where the overspending can finally grab hold of you, is that if you spend money you don't have, then you got to pay your $400 for your credit card payment, then, oops, you're stuck. Okay, so what do? Mary said, you know what, I love the daily status. So what we'll do is for this last payment before her payday, if she clicks that link, she gives us her mobile phone number, we'll actually text her on a daily basis to tell her she's still okay to pay that last bill. So back to this what's left amount, she knows she's got $540. If she uses $200 of that today for an unexpected event, tomorrow morning she would get a text from us saying, hey Mary, you're still on track to pay your credit card bill, but you only have $340 left. So to close, my boss has always said there's two synergies in this world, Simon and Garfunkel and peanut butter and jelly, but we believe that this is the third, which is Quicken Mobile and Quicken Online. So just like living within our means with Quicken customers, I've lived within mine with 2 seconds to spare. Look forward to talking to you afterward.